guys, I'm Annabelle and welcome to Meeple Village. Today we're going to be doing a run-through of Cowboy Bebop Space Serenade. Before we do, I want to give a special shout out to Raygun1966, who's one of our viewers, always comments, always supports us. Thank you so much for that. Now join me at the table and let's play Cowboy Bebop. Alright guys, I have the game almost set up. There's still a little bit more setup to be done. Let me show you what I've done so far. So for Cowboy Bebop, we're going to have 3 different planets where we're trying to apprehend criminals, and we can do it in one of 2 ways. We can just encounter them and damage them, or we can look for clues and investigate them and kind of be sneaky about it and trap them, which doesn't cause us any damage. And you'll understand that in a minute. But I have my 3 planets, Mars, Earth, Mars, and I don't remember the name of this one. It's not in our universe, I don't think. Or is it Pluto? No. So anyways, I have damage over here. So this is, of course, going to be clogging our deck. But it's, I would say, fairly easy to get rid of, and you'll see it when I get damaged. But it's not like too terrible. I love that there is a way to actually discard it. So there's that. And then there's a common market, which we have to set up. A lot of cards here. Gotta give them a shuffle. And then we're gonna start with 5 out on the board. And that's going to be, of course, this is a deck builder. So obviously that's going to be common cards that we can all hold. They're going to have a preferred, I guess, character, but we can ignore that. They are actually for everybody. So for example, this is the card is yellow. It tells you that, well, you know, she likes it, I guess. But it can be used for everybody. Just like this one is purple, my guy is the purple guy. But like I said, they're common cards, and the way you know that is because the basic cards have a B on the top hand corner of the card, whereas these have a cost. 5 out there, we got this. All right, I set that up. Everybody starts on the Bebop, which is our spaceship. Even if you're playing with less characters, I'm only playing with 2 characters today, but even if you have less than 4 characters, you put them all out there because you can use their abilities if they are with you in the same planet. And there are cards in the common deck and some in your starting decks, depending on your character you're playing with, that will let you manipulate and move other characters around. Non-player characters, I think, are the ones that I see the most being moved around. All right, in every planet we have fuel, and that's how much it's going to cost us to travel there. Our guys, Jet Black and Radical Edward, have a fuel gauge here that tells you how much fuel they've got. Everybody starts with 1 fuel, but the cards that we hold in our hands are probably going to give us extra fuel so that we can get to these planets. All right, other than that, everybody starts with their all the cards that are basic. There's 4 in your color, 4 basic cards in your color, and then 6 of everybody gets the same one, which is money, to go buy some resources. So give them a good shuffle. The first player, which is going to be Jet, starts with 4 cards, but the second player starts with 5. It's a little bit of an advantage going first, I guess, because you get first dibs in the market. Now, don't be deceived by appearances. This is not a co-op game. This is actually competitive. We're trying to be the most renowned police, I guess, cowboys in the galaxy, and trying to get the most victory points, which we're going to get by defeating the criminals, which we need to set up now. So the way you do it, there are 6 starting ones that have a value of 0. Let me see, put them here somewhere. So all these guys are worth 0 points at the end of the game. There are starting ones, and they'll tell you on their card what planet they belong to. So this MPU belongs on planet Earth, and we have 2 ways of, like I said, defeating it. One is through combat, and this right here tells you how much how many combat tokens he's going to start with. He's going to start with 2 combat tokens, and it takes 1 symbol to inflict damage. You'll understand that better once we start. And he started with 1 clue token, but it takes 3 symbols to get a clue token. So it's harder to get clues than it is to get damage. But of course, when we hit them, they hit us. So in order to set up the 3 planets that we have, we're going to use this initial baddies, and we're going to check where they start. So this one is the one for Ganymede, something like that. So he's going to go here. Then we have another Ganymede, so we'll ignore. There's Mars, and we need one for Earth. There we go. MPU is on Earth. Anyway, so now the next step, first of all, we have a guy that we have to kill at the end, Vicious, and he's going to come out at the end of the game. So we set him aside, and then we go ahead and separate the other criminals by planet. So there's all the Mars, and this is all the Earth, and then that's Mars, that's Earth, and that's so. And then once you do that, depending on the number of players, you are going to we'll shuffle these. So let's put them face down. Shuffle these and grab a specific number of cards. In a 2-player game, we're gonna grab 3 from each planet. So let's see, and that's because there is a timer. You know, we have to. Our job is our final objective is to defeat Mr. Vicious over there. 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3. So it's kind of like these guys help us prepare for the arrival of the big bad guy, which is Vicious. All right, so once we do that, we go ahead and shuffle all of these together. There should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 9, and Vicious will be card number 10. So we have to go through these 10 plus those 3. So I guess it's 13 criminals in a game. And of course it goes fast because you're revealing 2 every time you defeat one. You're going to reveal 2 new ones. So then you take the bottom 3 cards and you shuffle Vicious in there, and so Vicious might be the last one, but he might not be the last one. He might surprise us and come really early in the game. And then we take all of that and there's this kind of cool standee that goes there. I don't think it has any game purpose. You can put them on the table, but you know, it looks kind of cool, so we'll leave it there. And with that, I think everyone's set up. We can go to gameplay. The back of the book has a very nice summary of everything that could happen in the game. We'll refer to it as needed for now. We're going to take our first actions. So the possible actions that we can do is play a card and resolve its effects, activate an ability, confront or capture criminals, move or purchase new cards. Of course, before we get started, I already forgot to set up our starting evil guys, because we have to put some tokens here. If not, what are we going to get? So for example, over here, this on Earth, it tells me that this guy starts with 2 Earth tokens for damage and 1 clue token. So we put 2 Earth tokens there and 1 Earth token here, and each planet is going to have its own color tokens, which is going to be important. Mars, we have a guy with 3 and 2 clues, and on Ganymede we have 2 and 2. All right, now let's take a look at what we got. So Jet Black started with a bunch of fuel cards, one that gives me 1 fuel and an attack, and another one that gives me 2 fuel, and then one that says has a special power, gives me $1, and you may move 1 non-player character for free, and then the starter, regular starter. So he only has 1 more of his unique cards left in there. So we're getting a bunch of these next turn, we know for sure. So you may pay 3 to remove this card. Of course, it's too early in the game to do that, but eventually you might want to get rid of these cards that are just, you know, to just give you $1. That's it. You're going to get better cards. So here's Jet Black. Let's take a look at what he can do. He has the purple abilities. So for 2 fuel, he can remove 2 damage cards from your hand or discard pile. So that's going to come in handy. And then this ability, only he can use. Nobody else can use. This is his and his alone, and it's a stronger ability, obviously. For 5 fuel, you gain 1 strength that needs to be immediately used in the planet where he's at. And then we don't draw damage counters for the damage inflicted. Because remember, whenever you damage, they hit us back. But with this ability, they're not hitting us back. I guess it's a range ability. And then you notice we have all the other guys. We can use this ability if they're in the same space as us. So we might want to think about what guy we want to move. Now, we can only move non-player character for the card we have, so we wouldn't be able to move him because he is in the play control. He's in the game controlled by a player, but we could move either this guy or the girl. He lets us spend 3 fuel to draw a card, and you can discard it to draw another one. So kind of like if we don't like it, we can get another one. And she's easy. She's 2 fuels to get $1. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to play my fuel card, and I'm just going to get 2 fuel. There's no special ability here, so just go up on the fuel gauge. And the next thing I'm going to do, let's see, is to use this card to get another fuel. And well, actually, before I do that, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move using my fuel. So I can, any planet that I move to right now takes 1 fuel. So I'm going to spend the fuel, and where do I want to go? Well, I think we're going to go to Earth. So grab Mr. Jet Black and we put him here on Earth. And now that he's there, next thing we're going to do is we're going to get another fuel, and we're going to inflict a damage. Now you'll notice on Earth, NPU only requires 1 damage to take a hit. So when you damage it, you take the token and you put it on your character sheet to indicate that you have one of the Earth tokens. Now, whenever you inflict a damage, they hit us back. So we're going to reveal the first card of the deck, and we're going to read the immediate effect and do according. It'll either go in our discard pile, it might be destroyed immediately, it might go into our deck. So we got Open Wound, and the Open Wound says put this card in your discard pile. So we'll have to deal with it later, where we can. You may pay 1 to remove this card. Not that difficult, but for now it's going to go on our discard pile. Okay, so that's here, but we've gained our first token, and remember, he's good at removing damage cards, so I'm not too worried about him taking a little bit of damage. He looks like he's our tank, like he can take damage. Okay, so next up we have $2, which in this game they're called Wulongs. Also, let's do one at a time. I can move 1 non-player character for free. I have 3 fuel. If I move her, I can spend 2 fuel to get $1. But I don't really think I need to. But you know what? Just in case, I'm going to move her to have her here with me. So if in the future I want to use her ability, I can. The other one would be this guy who lets me draw, which might not be bad, but right now all I have is starting cards, not the most, like the coolest things. And then I have another $1. So total, I have $2. If I spend 2 fuel, I can get an extra 1. But I think with $2, I'm going to grab the one that's my color and see how that goes. It'll give me a clue in the future, so that's not bad. So as soon as I take it, it gets replaced. And then it goes on my discard pile. And then I'm done. I don't have any more cards. I don't want to move from Earth because I want to kill that guy, hopefully. So all of these cards get discarded, and I draw 5. I started with only 4, remember? And that's the end of my turn. We go to, what's his name? Edward? Yeah, Edward. Radical Edward. So Radical Edward is going to do something very similar. He's going to look at his cards, and he's going to play. So let's see. He got a few of his starting unique cards. Looks like he got 2 of everybody's, the common one, and then this one that gives him fuel and a hit, $1 and a clue, and 2 fuel. Okay, so we'll take 2 fuel, and we'll go up to 3. Now his ability is that he can spend 3 to gain a clue, so that might be something worth doing. He's gonna get another fuel. Well, before you do that, does he want to move anywhere? He should move. I know he has a clue in his hand. So with a clue in his hand and another one from his 2 fuel, he can get one of these other tokens. So I'm going to have him spend a fuel and move to Mars. So yeah, here we go. I'm going to go to Mars because Mars is harder to win by damage. And I know my guy here, Jet, my enemy, my other cowboy, space boy, police, is really good at damage. So I'm gonna go here to see if I can snatch it before he can. So I moved, I decreased the fuel, then I'm going to use this one just for the fuel. I'm not gonna hit anybody, or maybe I should hit, because if I hit, I'll get more points. In this game, you're trying to collect those tokens. Every token you collect is a point. And you'll see that when we score the planet, which is going to happen soon. So I will go ahead and do a hit, take a damage. And this one says, put this card on top of your deck. Okay, so it's going to go on top of my deck. And then I'm going to gain a Wulong, $1, and a clue. And I will spend, what is it, 3. So I'm at 0 health. To gain another clue, making it 2, because I need 2 in order to grab this one. Now, when you grab these, you don't get hurt, because I was sneaky. So that's a good thing. And then my other 2 cards are just these common ones. So I'm up to 3 Wulongs, $3. And with $3, could get my own card, which gives me a clue. I like that. Or I can get her, which gives me fuel and money so I can buy better cards. So I think I'm gonna get her, and it's gonna go on my discard pile and will replenish. Okay. And now I know that my top card is not bueno, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But I'll have to deal with that during my turn. Okay. All right, so we're back to Jet, and that's it. Turns are fast. Turns are go quickly, especially if you're playing with another real person, because they can be looking at your card. By the way, there is a solo version to this. I just really you're supposed to. It's similar. You're gonna be playing against your own score that you know your old score. So you're trying to always get a better score, and I thought that was meh. I don't like that, but there is a way to play solo, and but in the meantime, let's see. We got just a hunch, which is a clue, but this guy is not really good with clues. And then he has 4 of the normal money cards. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can buy something for 5. Also, there's no place where just 1 clue is going to give me anything. So I need to look at that. And I see this card which costs 5 and it's going to give me 2 clues. And I am not really good at clues. Let's see. You may take 1 card from purchasing. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take Blackjack and put it in my discard pile. And it wasn't a very exciting turn, but all I had was money and 1 clue. All right, so we're gonna get 5, 1. We have no more cards in our deck, so like a good deck builder, you shuffle your deck. Actually, that's not true. Aeon's End is a great deck builder, and you don't shuffle your deck in that one, do you? All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. And we have a deck again. All right, Rad Edward. He's got a bunch of these money ones. And then he got one like the one he got where I can move 1 non-player character for free. Also, I got my wound because it was on top of my deck. I read rough day and I said day. So rough day. Remove this card. So that's it. This one is simple enough. It was just a rough day. We can remove it. We can put it here, create a discard pile next to the damage, and then I can move somebody. Who do I want to move? I don't have any fuel, so you know what? I'm gonna move her just to keep her away from him. That's really just the only reason why I'm doing it. Yeah, and I have 4 Wulong, $4. And what card was it? I wanted my own card, but now that I have 4 bucks, I wish I had 5. We could get these 2, or because you can't buy more than 1 card. So I'm gonna get my own and see what comes out, because you immediately replace it. Let's see if I get another one that's worth 2. Nope. All right, so we'll just stick to the plan and take this one. Okay, and another uneventful turn, but you know, most deck builders are like that. They start slow and then ramp up as you create combos. and your cards get better. And I love that in this game it's really easy to get rid of those starter cards. You don't have to have a card destroy another card in order to do that. You can just pay $1 and get rid of it. And sometimes you'll find that you have more money than you need, and well, you'll just use it to get rid of starter cards. Okay, so we're back to Jet, and he has an open wound, which I can pay 1 to remove that card. Let's see if we can afford that. I have a card that's going to give me a fuel and 2 clues, which is great, because I also have a card that's going to give me $1 and a clue. So with those 3 clues, I can go ahead and get that Earth token, and that does not give me a damage card, so that's great. We'll resolve it. I think we need to resolve it now, so let's do it. So a criminal has been detained. Yes, as soon as we get a criminal down to no tokens, we resolve. So the way that we do it is, first we get rid of this token. Nobody grabbed it, and the criminal, he will go down here on our player area, because some of them are going to have victory points, so those will be resolved at the end of the game. Of course, this one didn't, but you know. So I'm just going to put it down there, out of sight, out of mind. So secret information. And that way it's not taking out more space and it looks neater. So then after that, anybody that has Earth tokens exchanges them for victory points. So Radical Edward didn't get any Earth token, but he has 2, so he made 2 points. So I found a one that has a 2-pointer, and so we're just gonna put it here in this area that kind of lets you keep them there nice, and you know they won't get out because it's indented. And then after that, everybody that's on that planet goes back to the Bebop, so they kind of come back, I guess, to put the criminal in prison somewhere. And then the fuel will reset to 1, but it was already at 1. And after that, we need to find out what new criminal is you know, out in the galaxy. So in order to do that, we're going to reveal 2 cards and see if we're going to have a new criminal here. Or you know what? These planets are messed up. This is Earth. Purple is over here. Earth is blue. I don't think it would have changed anything as of now, except for where I was standing. Sorry about that. I wish I would have made them like green or a really different color, but they didn't. I confused my own planet, my home planet. But anyway, so we're on Earth, we're trying to see, and no, this guy is from here, from Game, I can't say, Ganymede, I don't have no idea how to say that. So from the G planet. So because he's from the G planet and there's already a guy in the G planet, what happens is the fuel goes up. So now in order to get to this planet, it's gonna cost us 2 fuel, and that just gets discarded. And then we reveal the next one, and it's Mars. So same thing is going to happen on Mars. We're going to go up to 2 fuel, and there will be nothing on Earth for now. Earth is clean of criminals for now. And after we've done that, we can continue with our turn. So now he's over here. Let's see. He has 4 fuel. So anywhere he goes is going to cost him 2. I know that he's going to have 3 clues wherever he goes to spend. So do I want to get, I think I'm going to go to Mars. I'm going to spend 2 fuel because I want to get in on the red planet, although I'm helping him because, of course, well, in that case, maybe I won't help him. Well, he's going to get it. So I might as well get in on the cash in on a little bit of points. I was thinking maybe, because the criminals can escape, and you'll probably see that. But what happens is, you saw how I had a guy come out here on the G planet, and it was already occupied, and I moved the fuel up to 2. If it was on, if it would happen again, and we would capture another criminal, and another G planet guy comes out, it will go to 3. If it happened again, and this guy's still here, this guy will escape. We'll move it out. Cannot go to 4, so we'll reset it to 1, but this guy escapes, and whoever collected the tokens to capture that guy will just lose them because the guy wasn't captured. He escaped. So I want to cash in on this. So with my 3 clues, I'm going to go ahead and take a red token, and guess what happened? We got another criminal. So these tokens we don't need anymore. This is also a 0 pointer, but I guess he'll go down here. Everybody gets placed back on the Bebop, and this gets reset to 1, and we're gonna reveal 2 more guys. And you see how the game is vicious is coming. All right, so the first one is back G planet, so we go to 3, and the next one is Mars. So we have a guy on Mars again, and it's gonna need 4 tokens here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 3 tokens here. And he will give us a point. Mr. Abdul is going to give us a point if we get to capture him. All right, so I'm back here. Still haven't even finished my turn, and all I have left is $2. So I have $3 that I can use to spend. The only card that costs $3 is this one, so we'll take it. I gotta say, I don't know the cards yet very well. I'm not very familiar with them. I've only played the game a few times. So I'm still kind of getting, so right now I'm just kind of buying whatever I can afford. All right, and then we get another 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we finally finish my turn, and we can go to Radical Edward. Who, oh wait, before we go to Radical Edward, we need to cash in our things. I forgot. So he gets 2 points, I get a point. So since I get a point, I'm just gonna get a 3, and then I'll give him my 2, and that's that. How can I forget to cash in our victory points? All right, Rad, what you got? So Rad's got 2 fuel, which good because he was at 0, and then he has a bunch of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Wulongs, $5, and I guess he'll get the one with the clues. Yes, and there's one more thing you haven't been able to see yet, and it's the bottom part right here. Because he bought that, I'll be able to explain it to you when we get that card back into our hands. Okay, there we go. Now new card. Does he want to move? I think he's gonna stay to make a decision on where he wants to go, depending on where Jet goes. So let's give him 5 cards. 4, 5, and let's go to Jet. He did get a clue, but 1 clue is not enough. But he can move someone, but it's the only one that could give him more clues is Radical Edward, so he cannot move that guy around. So we'll start with the fuel. Do we want to move somewhere and start hitting? Over here we need 1 to hit. Over there we need 1 to hit. He has more points, so I'm going to spend 1 fuel. It's easier to get, there's 3 fuel to get to that planet. So I'm just going to use 1 fuel to move to Mars, and then I'm going to use my card to replenish 1 fuel and hit for 1. So I've taken a token, and I do get a boo-boo. This one says put this card in your discard pile, so another one for the discard pile, and after that, all I have is a clue, and then there's that yellow card. So what happens is with the yellow card is that I get to use this ability that will give me 2 nice dollars if I have a yellow card, like that card had to be yellow. Then I would trigger that power. And having 1 guy that's yellow would trigger any card that has this bottom thing, but of course only once. So now that I know that, and this is what you would do if you were playing alone and you weren't taking care of 2 characters, is you would try and get some yellow cards so that the combo would trigger. Right now there are no yellow cards out there, so hopefully I remember, but who knows. All right, and then there's $1, and I can move somebody. I'll just move somebody. I'm gonna move this guy that lets me draw cards. Why not? And then I have 2 more from my guys that don't really do much for me. So I have 3. I wish that there were some yellow cards, but I do see this 3 one that actually wants me. So I'm gonna take that one, because if you want me, actually this one is a little bit better. Well, this one is fuel for money. This one is fuel for damage. You may discard 1 card to draw a card. Sure, let's take this one. Put it in my discard pile. Gets replenished right away. there's a yellow card, and this one is great for me because she's yellow, so it will trigger my cards that have a yellow bottom, and then this will be triggered because most of my cards are purple. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and then I have to shuffle. All right, Edward's gonna get some fuel and $1. He's right here where he needs to be. Can he get some clues this time? He has one here, and that's all he's got. But he can spend 2 fuel, which I guess he will, 1, 2, to make another one. And plus the one he's got is 2, so he'll get one of these Mars tokens. And Abdul is going down. And then, yeah, we'll hit him. We'll take a fuel and we'll punch Abdul in the face, giving us damage. Put this card in your discard pile, okay? Just a scratch though, so we'll get to remove it, so that's good. And then $1, and you may move 1 non-player character for free. So, oh wait, I'm over here. I needed to come and pay a fuel. Didn't notice that. I'll move this one here, just to keep her away. I don't have 3. I don't know if I want to do that. Let's just, you know what? Let's just bring everybody together. How about that? We're one big happy family here on Mars. We're celebrating that we've captured, what is it, 2 criminals? All right, and I have $4. Let's see. I would like to get stuff with clues, but I don't see anything. Or stuff that gets triggered by red. But I also have purple cards, and that's a red card. It's 2 fuel. Or, yeah, you know what? I'm going to, I need to spend 3 to remove this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have $4. I'm gonna take this one for 3. And goes on my discard pile. It gets replaced. 7. 1, 2, 3. This must be a good card if it costs 7 woolongs. Alrighty, so back to Jet. We're all here together, one big happy family. First, you'll start by getting 2 fuel. Don't mind if I do. And then I can have a clue. And because Edward is with me, I can actually use his ability. So if I pay 3 fuel, 1, 2, 3, I get me one of these because it takes 2. So that worked out. Thank you, Edward. I knew we were celebrating for a reason. And then here's this. You may pay 1 to remove this card. So we'll see if we want to do that. I only have $3. So you know what? I think so. Because I wanted a yellow card that's $2. So I'll pay for that, and then I'll remove this one with $1 that I have extra with my spare change. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go, Edward. Edward feels very taken advantage of. I like his ability. His ability is pretty cool because not taking damage is very beneficial. Because even though some of the damage cards are easy to get rid of, they still clog your deck. You still have to spend resources or time removing them. All right, so 2 fuel for our friend. Good, because he was low. And let's see. 1 more fuel and a hit. And we're gonna hit this guy. And put this card in your discard pile, okay? And we'll get another 2 fuel. And then we have a clue here. So we will spend 2 fuel to make another clue. And with that in mind, we will completely get that guy. By the way, his Edward's super duper ability takes 6 fuel. And what it does is that you can take a card from your discard pile and put it back into your hand. So that's pretty powerful. But 6 fuel is also a lot of fuel. He was up to 6 fuel. By the way, you can only have up to 10. If you ever have more than 10, you cannot gain any more fuel until you lose it somehow. All right, so first, this guy is going to Edward, giving him a point at the end of the game. Then everybody gets moved back to the Bebop. Okay. This gets reset. We cash in our stuff, so Jet Black is getting 2 points. So there he goes. And Edward is cashing in 4 points. There's a 3 and a 1. Okay, and then once we've done that, we're gonna reveal 2 more villains. One is here on Earth. So yeah, we have a new villain on Earth. It's the giraffe. 5 tokens, wow. 5 tokens here, wow, and 4 clue tokens, and he's worth a point. So that was our first criminal. For our second criminal, we are going back to Earth because there's already somebody here on Earth. We just moved the fuel. And already we have 4 escaped criminals. I mean, not escaped, but discarded, which means Vicious is coming. All right, our friend is not finished. He still has 1 more card, which is $1. By the way, this should have a new card. So all he has is $2. With $2, you cannot even remove that card. That's not a lot of money. Yeah, I guess we can't do anything with that. So. All right, so Jet is over there. 3 fuel to move here, 2 fuel to move here. He only has 1 fuel, so, but he got a lot of fuel. So here, first we'll get a fuel, and then you may discard 1 card to draw 1 card. I will discard this one and draw me the same one. Look at that. Okay, now this has a purple, so as let's see, let's move first. I'm going to move 2 clues. Yeah, I'm gonna move 2 to the planet Earth again, and when I put this purple thing down, it's gonna trigger that, so I can hit for 1. I also get a fuel and another hit, so a fuel and 2 hits. We will do that, and then we'll get 2 ouchies. This one says remove this card immediately. Close 1, remove this card immediately. All right. And then fuel tank on fire. Immediately lose 2 fuel, then remove this card. So I only have 1 fuel, so I'll lose the 1 fuel I have, and the rest, well, can't suffer any more damage. Okay, so that was our 2 damage. And then when I get a fuel, and I get 2 clues, which is enough to get me one of these Earth tokens, and no damage. And then you may take 1 card from the purchasing area worth 3 or less and put it in your discard pile. So we get a card for free. This one might be nice. It'd be triggered by me. And it's draw 1 card. Sure, drawing cards. And it's a free card. I don't mind if I do. Okay. And then I have $2. Well, let's replenish this one. And it's a 5. So I can't really do anything with $2. So that's one thing. I wish that there was something, like I feel like it happened to both, so it's okay. But imagine being the unlucky person that always has just $2 and nothing to buy in the market. Sometimes the market it gets expensive. Of course, there is a way you can play 2. Do you pay 2 fuel to what do you call it? Change the market up. And actually, bad guys like this one, which I didn't notice, when they come in, they change the market up. So see that guy? We should have done that, and we didn't. He has an ability that when he first appears, he trashes everything. Of course, now I've bought some stuff, so, but you know, at least we'll do it now. Well, now that there's the 2s. But we lost that 7 card, which looks so great. Just, I don't know, we're ready to get to 7 fuel yet. Okay, so yeah, I should have done that when this guy arrived. I need to be more careful with that. Okay, so Jet went, he's got his 5 cards. Let's go to Edward. He has removed this card just to scratch, so this one gets removed. And then he has just $3, and he has $4. You may move 1 non-player for free. I'm not even doing anything this turn, so I don't want to move anybody. And for $4, is there something that I want to buy for $4, or should I remove one of these cards? I think I'm going to remove one of my starter cards from the game. I don't see anything super tempting. Maybe this one. But I think I'm going to get rid of this one. And that's my turn. That is some thinning of the deck. Alright, so Jet has... you may pay 2 to remove this card. Okay, maybe. He has $1. He has a clue. He has another dollar, and I can move a character in here. So let's move her. And then I can gain 1 clue for each card you purchase this turn. So I have 2. I actually have, I also have these one because it's each yellow. So it doesn't matter if you play this card before or after you play the card on that requires the yellow card. As long as you play them in the same turn, it triggers. So I've got me $2, 3, 4. So with $4, I'm gonna get me this. And that gives me a clue. So that clue plus that other clue means that I can go ahead and take a clue, and that's my 4th clue from Earth. Not doing bad. And I purchased, I did everything. I'm not gonna remove my solid hit. I'll remove it during another turn maybe. It'll continue to block my hand. I have that ability that for 5 fuel, I can, what do you call it? This needs to be replenished. I can remove 2 damage cards from my hand. I just don't have fuel. So maybe I need to start looking into getting me some more fuel. Now Edward, who's over here on the Bebop, he has fuel. That's good. He has 1 fuel and a clue, and then 2 fuel. Wow, Mr. Fuel Land, and a money. He better get in on this Earth business. He's got 2 clues over there, so I'm gonna use 2 fuel to come over here and get in on this Earth business. I have 2 clues there, so that gives me 1 token. Let's see, I have 1 clue here. Ooh, before I use that power, I will have triggered this. This is orange, so we trigger that. You may remove 1 card from your hand. Sure, I'll remove this card from my hand. I mean, I might have used it to buy something, but getting rid of those starter cards might be good. And also, because I played this card in yellow, then I trigger that. Okay, so because I have yellow, I triggered this one. That means that whatever planet I'm on, the fuel goes up 1. Now, this other symbol means that if it would have been on 3 and I had to go up again, like the villain would not escape. Like that doesn't cost the villain to escape. So it's going to be more costly to be there, to go there. But we're about to get rid of him. Actually, I think I'm going to get rid of him this turn because I used those 2 clues, but I haven't used this clue. If I spend 3 fuel, 1, 2, 3, I can get the last clue from Earth and we would have defeated him. So he goes to me, it's a point, and then he gets 2. So there's a 2. And I made cash. I mean, I exchanged, made change for these guys so that we don't have so many tokens there. This guy's getting 4. Nice. And this gets reset to 1. Everybody comes back to the Bebop. I feel like these non-player characters are moving around for no reason. Although I did use, I think, one of the ones. Okay, and then cashed in. All right, let's reveal the next 2 then. First one is Vicious. Oh man, all right, so when Vicious appears, some things happen. We have to, what do you call it? We have to stop the game and get Vicious set up. So when Vicious appears, we have to put his miniature into play, and this is how you do that. We have to create a movement deck. Take all the discarded criminal cards and those that are remaining and shuffle them, and players who have captured criminals keep them in their own play area, which we've done that. And then place this new deck on the stand. That's the movement deck. Reveal the first card of the deck, and that's where Vicious is going to go. Place his miniature there and discard the reveal criminal card. And then place the Vicious card between the planet boards so we can keep track. And then place Vicious tokens on his card corresponding to the number of players. So because we have 2 players, he's going to have 9 damage and 5 clue tokens. And here's his miniature. Let's see where he's going to go. So we're going to put all these, mix them up or shuffle them in with all these, and we're gonna reveal what planet he's gonna start on G Planet. Okay, so his miniature goes here, and that's his movement deck that we will continue drawing from. So now we know where Vicious is. He might move though. Anytime we do damage to him, which is a lot easier than defeating him by clues, he's going to move to another planet using the movement deck. So we'll reveal a card and we'll see what planet he goes to. If we run out of cards and that's the timer of the game, Vicious escapes, and we get one more round, one more turn each, and then the game is over. If we manage to defeat him, the game immediately ends when we defeat him. So let's go. Edward hasn't even finished his turn yet. We're still over here fighting for more victory points, and we can still capture this guy. I mean, it's going to be hard because it takes a lot of fuel and nobody has fuel, but you know, in theory we can do it. There are no guys here and they will not appear anymore. We can still by the way, yeah, we catch it. This is the only other guy that we can capture, or we can go after Vicious. All right, so cashed in on my fuel, but I have $3, which I can remove this, or I can get me something from over there. Feel like now we're gonna need, yeah, looks like we're gonna need some help with hitting Vicious. I don't know about clues. I think it's worth hitting him even if we get some bad cards into our deck, some damage cards into our deck, because there's no penalty for having damage cards in our deck. Okay, but that was it. So that was the end of my turn. Now, if Vicious would have been hit, he would move. But since he wasn't hit, he's just staying there. No big deal. He's just minding his own business, trying to dominate Earth. And we move to Jet. But let's give Edward 5 cards. He got 2 bucks, and he has a clue if he plays a purple card, and boom, there's a purple card. So he's got a clue now. If we move one non-player character for free, sure, let's move, I don't know your name, but you, the spiky hair guy. And we have 2 fuel, which we're gonna need. We're gonna want to get to Vicious, but I don't have any damage right now, so in my hand, so I don't think we care. Let's see. We have a yellow card, so this will give us a clue, and it will give us 2 bucks. So we are at 2 clues. We need 1 more, but we don't have any ways of getting another one. Oh, actually we do, because we got this one. Gain 1 clue for each card you purchase this turn. So we don't get the 2 bucks from here because we don't have any red cards, but we do have 2, 4, 5 bucks. And all we need is 1 more clue. So for 5 bucks, what can we get for 5 bucks? I guess we'll get looking for action, because it'll give us a hurt for later. And we got another clue, so we have 1, 2, and 1, 3, so we get our first Vicious. Now, because it was a clue, an investigate, and not a resistance token or a damage token for him, he's not gonna move. Actually, I need to be over there. I need to pay 1 fuel to get myself over there first. Okay, and now I did the clue thing. All right, I'm not used to the moving. I will be honest, but that's it. We did it. Okay, so we pick up another 5. I don't know, but I think Jet is doing a little bit better than Edward. That's, you know, just from what I can see. Who knows? He did get the guys who has points at the end of the game. All right, first off, for Edward, we'll get fuel because he's over here. So Edward also needs to move it. He has a way to hit him. I have a 1, so let's move over there. So it takes only 1 fuel. Boom. And now we're going to play that one. Look at the top card of your deck. You may discard it. Let's see. No, we're gonna keep that one. Fuel and a hit looks good. Okay. Then we also have a hit. So we're gonna hit him. We're gonna get our first Vicious token. We're also gonna get a damage. Immediately lose 1, then remove this card. So we lose 1 fuel. Okay. Let's see. We get it back in $1, and then we have 2 more dollars. So we didn't get that. We did get this one. Oh no. So we would increase over here 1. But of course, Vicious would not escape. Vicious does not escape. He wants to fight. So let's see. We get money-wise. Don't get this one. We get 1, 2, 3. I think that's it. $3. With $3, here, this one likes me, so let's take it. And it's a fuel and a money. This gets replenished. 5 more. Okay. Let's see what Jet is going to do. Jet has a fuel, although he's right where he needs to be, right? And then you may discard 1 card to draw 1 card. Sure, we'll discard 1 of these and draw 1 card. Okay, that's better. And it is purple, so it'll trigger that. So we get a fuel from this one, and then we get 2 hits. So we'll do 2 hits on Vicious, which means 2 of these. So first off, put this card into your discard pile and put this card into your discard pile. Okay. Now, next up, we're going to draw 1 card, which this gets triggered because we have a purple, so we get a fuel. I feel like he's been doing better with his combo, which, I mean, it wasn't planned or anything. Let's see. Don't have the yellow. I mean, we don't have anything yellow. 1 more fuel and 2 clues. Nice. You may take 1 card from the purchasing area worth 3 or less for free. So, sure. Yeah, let's take this one. $2? Yes. Okay. And then we get another 2 fuel. Wow, we are full of fuel. You may pay $4 to gain 1 clue. And I think we should, because we have 2. We need 1 more. And or $4 to gain. So do we have $4 though? I don't think so. We have $1 this turn, $2. So we can't do it. That's unfortunate. We can't get to that other clue. But we do have $2. Do we want to buy something? Sure, we'll buy this one that gives us more money and it'll trigger, although I don't like that trigger, to be honest. Remove another character for free. Yeah, sure, this is better. I don't want to increase the fuel costs. Okay, and there we go. All right, so he's done. We start by getting a fuel, and since he's there, we'll punch him. Yep. Oops, I gave it to the wrong guy. Punch him, get one of these, put this card into your discard pile. We'll get 2 fuel. All right, so we have a ton of fuel and we have a clue here. So with this clue and this, which I need to pay all of my fuel, but it's worth it. Because I can pay, if I have 6, I can do it twice. I pay as many times as I have fuel for it. I get 2 clues plus 1 clue. It's another Vicious token with no boo-boos. And then there's money, and you may move 1 non-player character for free. Sure, come on over here. It doesn't matter really. 1, 2, 3. I'm just gonna remove my starter card. It looks like they found their thing. So like Edward is a thinner. Instead of buying cards, he's thinning his deck. So he knows what cards are coming in here, and the other one is a big spender. He likes spending money to get new cards. All right, can we defeat this guy? It's soon, I can tell. Somebody hit this guy, and he should have moved, and I forgot. Of course I did. Of course I forgot. So let's move him now. So Vicious should have moved when we hit him, not now. But he would have stayed in the same place. No, he would have moved to here. Yeah, he would have moved to there. I don't know if we hit him twice. Don't remember. It's 3 fuel to get over there. Ouch. Okay. So you may pay 2 to remove this. Maybe I want to, especially since I have a lot of fuel. So I'm going to use 3 fuel to move me over here. And I have a clue, but that's not going to be enough. All I have is this cards. So I have $4. I think I'm gonna start removing cards myself. Okay, and $1 is just gonna be wasted. Okay, because now I feel like I could do more, but I have so many cards in my deck. Look at that. One, and look at how thin Edward's deck is. Okay, Edward, now you have to come over here. You have no fuel. So here we go. We'll start with the fuel. 1, 2, not enough. But we do have another one with 2 clue tokens. So for 3, he's gonna fly over here. I have to pay 3. Boom. All right. And I'm out of fuel again. But look at that. I get 3 clues. So I do get a token. And then I triggered this card because I have an orange guy or red. You may remove 1 card from your hand. And I have a solid hit. So I will remove that from my hand. Why not? And then I have another $1. So $3 to my name. And I'll just remove this because I'm the thinner, right? Maybe I should stop thinning because I want to thin, but I think it's okay. I still have plenty of cards in my hand. Only 1 more clue token and Vicious will be defeated. And he has 2 points at the end of the game. By the way, something else that I didn't do right. When we hit him, we take 2 boo-boo cards, not just 1. I think this guy hit him. So I'm just gonna give him another one. Yeah. I don't know if he hit him. He might have. Yeah, that was not good. So yes, whenever you hit him, he gives you 2 damage cards, not just 1, because he is vicious. He's the boss, right? Should hit harder. All right, let's go. Bunch of starting cards. Now I see what he was doing when he was doing. All right, but that's okay. We've got 2 clues and another $1. And this hasn't triggered because I don't have a yellow card. This hasn't triggered because I don't have an orange card. But I have 2 clues, but I have fuel, and he's here with me. Edward is here with me, so I can use his ability if I pay 3 fuel and get the last one. And that's it. The game is over. It doesn't matter what else I do with my turn. We have finished. Of course, yeah, I know I made a few mistakes. So these things go away. Vicious goes down here. I have 4, so 4 points, and he has 4. So really, Vicious was a wash. Well, actually, he wasn't. I got 1 more point than him because he's worth actually 2 more points than him. All right, and now that Vicious is out of the picture, we are going to reveal how many tokens we've won. So this is 0, 0, and 2. So I get 2 from there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 13, 15 points. So Jet Black has 15 points. And what about Mr. Edward? Edward has 2 points here. And then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 points. So, you know, it looked like Jet was doing great, but you know what? Rad didn't do that bad. He only lost by 1 point. If it was tied, then the victor is whoever has captured the most criminals. So Jet would have won because he has 3 as opposed to 2. And if that's still a tie, then everybody wins. Nobody gets to be the super winner, I guess. But that's Cowboy Bebop. I did make a mistake here and there, but I'm just hoping that I gave you a feel for this game is like, and it is a fun one. It is quick, and you're doing a lot of stuff. It feels like you're doing something, and I do enjoy this one. Of course, it's better if you play with someone else. Don't play by yourself because there's a lot of rules, a lot of little things moving in the game that you have to keep track of, as most deck builders do. Hope you enjoyed it. Well, guys, there you have it. That was a full run-through of Cowboy Bebop Space Serenade. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter and on Instagram so you can keep up with the world of Meeple Village. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe to the Village. I'll see you all in the next one. But until then, may you play more games.